monsoon in southern Ohio continues as it is now day 3 of near constant rain in Oxford as we get set for the Miami D2 women's team to take on the Illinois Fighting Illini for the second time in just over 12 hours. Last night, Miami unfortunately falling 2-1 after a spirited bout. The question will remain today, can Miami solve Sydney Ramal in goal? Both teams employing a different starting lineup tonight. Illinois starting Carolyn Burke, Bridget Olbert, and Alexa Mills at forward. Hazard and Montanile back at defense. New starter in net for Miami, sophomore goaltender Josie Zimmerman. Redhawks win the opening face-off. Last night's goal scorer, Claire Wishoff on the puck. Puck goes back into the Miami zone. Loftus to play it. Loftus across for Fantoni. Back up ice for Shum. Illinois controls it in the Miami zone. Back at the point for Hazard. Hazard tries to throw one on net. Good stick there by Wishoff to disrupt that. Fantoni below the net. Taken away by Illinois and then back by Miami. Wishoff looking out for Lavreau. She's unable to hold on to it, and Hazard will reset for Illinois. Wishoff still on the puck though, and she gets it back to Campbell. Campbell up ahead for Burke. Burke takes it across the right side, brings it into the offensive zone. She drops it off for Loftus. Loftus tries to put it on net. Doesn't quite have enough legs to get there. Burke overskates the puck, so Illinois will take control briefly before Campbell knocks it back in. Puck out into neutral ice now as Mounts, one of the goal scorers for Illinois, throws it on net. Easy save made there by Zimmerman. Campbell throws it across. Crosby will collect. Crosby up ahead for Burke. Cleaned up by Zahoran. Zahoran drops it off for Burke. Burke loads up and fires a shot. Good block made there by Siebert. Illinois trying to clear. Not successful, can't get it past Hine. Hine keeps it in. Trying to get the backhand off. Almost stolen away by Burke. Good follow-up there by Kelleher to keep it in. Back for Hine. Now on the puck below the net, Wurzos. Ketwig and Kelleher into support. Wurzos once again below the net. Steal by Illinois. They get it out into neutral ice. Benoit with it. Good play there by Ketwig to disrupt and try to break her way in, but Illinois holds on to possession. Benoit. Benoit loses her stick and the puck gets out to the slot, but Montanile unable to corral it. Dumped in deep and then making a line change is Ketwig. Controlling it up ice now is Newman. Newman has it stripped by the captain, Woodward. Woodward across to Tori Roth. And Woodward now takes it up the left side. Battle for the puck ensues. Woodward supported by Schultz. Taken away by Illinois. Burke throws it out into neutral ice. And Woodward unable to quite get it onside as Fantoni was trying to bring it back in. .350 has passed in this first period. Still scoreless. did take us until the third period last night to break the scoring, as Ramal seems to be having some equipment issues. Take a brief breather as that gets resolved. Meanwhile, as I'd been saying, it had taken until almost 3 minutes into period number 3 last night for Anna Montanile to finally break the ice in favor of Illinois. Miami unable to solve Ramal until the final 5 minutes. 15:05 into period number 3. Senior Claire Wishoff finally solving that question, but despite their best efforts, they were unable to solve it once more. It fell 2-1. So a big question for Miami, for the Miami women tonight, is going to be, are they able to get more pucks past Ramal? And I think that's going to be the key to lifting themselves past Illinois tonight. Ramal continuing to have trouble, it appears to be with the left pad. That's the starting line for tonight's Miami team. Converses, Shum, Levrow, and Wishoff. Defense talking with the score box. Loftus and Fantoni. Miles Zimmerman returned to her bench to take a breather as they're still trying to resolve this equipment malfunction. Everyone on Illinois surrounding their goaltender. They've actually got 6 bodies out there, but that seems to finally be resolved, just as Miami women on the ice were lightly jeering Ramal for the extended issue. And Miami wins the face-off and brings it in. Levrow gets first contact on it. Now battle along the left side boards. Puck remains unmoving before Wishoff finally digs it free. Wishoff with it now. Wishoff across for Loftus. Shot bounced off a shin pad. And now taken up the other way by Illinois. Getting back there first, though, is Fantoni. Fantoni the lead pass to Wishoff. Wishoff throws it in deep and chases after it. Wishoff and Levrow both on the puck. Held in by Fantoni. Fantoni trying to get it across. 2-on-1 developing here. Ullman trying to get it across. Good defensive play by Fantoni to break that up, though. No shot was ever made. Miami trying to pull it out, but Burke keeps it in. Ends up going on net, turned aside by Zimmerman. Now brought up the other way by Fantoni before being stripped by Mills. Mills stops up at the circles. Trying to get a point shot, only able to backhand it towards the net as McGuire before being stripped away by Campbell. Campbell up center ice with speed. Campbell leaves it off for Burke. A little miscommunication. Burke was unable to get everything she wanted on it. Stolen by McGuire, but held in by Crosby. So Burke takes it back. Burke in the high slot. Burke powering her way in. Brings it to the net. Looks like it was stopped there by Ramal. Puck stays live. Crosby and Burke both on the attack. Mills trying to clear it. She does. Campbell takes it back, looking to reload. Mount's almost stealing it away for a partial break. Fortunately for Miami, unable to collect it though. Burke with it now. Leaves it off for Hazard. Hazard taking a shot, gets stopped there by Zimmerman. Miami clearing the rebound. Illinois holding it in. And then the Miami women will throw it down the length of the ice, and it will be icing. 7 minutes passed. Period number 1. Very few stoppages of play so far, but the one we did get with Ramal's equipment issue was quite extended. Montanal facing off against Zahorin. Zahorin wins it. Campbell losing it to the Fighting Illini. Montanal along the boards. Down for Burke. Carolyn Burke trying to put it on net, but that's easily swallowed up by Zimmerman before Montanal could get her stick on it. Illinois content to leave the line they had out. Miami, 5 new skaters. And those 5 new skaters will win the face-off. Brought up with speed by Ketwig. Ketwig tries to put it on net, just narrowly misses. Battle for the puck along the boards at the blue line, won by Miami and thrown back in deep. Taken by Zhang, up for Burke. Burke puts it back out into neutral ice. Chased down by Benoit, brought behind her own net. Benoit reverses the pass for Roth. Up for Wurzos. Wurzos can't quite clear it. On the second attempt, though, she does. Wurzos now holds it right in front of the Miami bench. Wurzos will throw it all the way in. Ketwig tries to chase it down. And Illinois clears it back out. Tori Roth trying to advance that puck. Wurzos gets it down there. Sam Hofer trying to chase it down. Delayed offside there for Illinois, and they'll touch up. So we'll get another stoppage of play. Nearing the halfway mark of period number 1, pretty similar to how the first period played out last night. Thus far, no particularly dangerous opportunities. As Miami will win this face-off on their blue line. Woodward will retreat, being harassed by Olbert. Fantoni with it now. Fantoni trying to bring it up ice. And by way of Olbert's skates, she will before it's turned back over, and Mills brings it in on the attack. Mills firing a shot. He's saved there by Zimmerman. Olbert holds the line, dumps it back in. Fantoni with it now. Fantoni down for Hofer. Sam Hofer bringing it up ice. Hofer taken down off the body contact by Olbert. Miami will continue to put it on net, and electing to cover it up is Ramal. Referees hold on to the whistle for a bit. It looked like Illinois had some space to play that, but Ramal will elect instead to hold on. You have to think that's a free offensive zone face-off for Miami. And they'll bring their starting line back out. Wishoff to take the face-off. Wishoff out for Lavreau off the face-off. Stymied by Hazard. Lavreau has it behind the net, trying to center it. Good defensive stick there by Hazard. Down low for Wishoff. Wishoff firing a shot. Good stop there by Ramal. Collected by the Illini. Hazard brings it up ice. Hazard will throw it in deep. Campbell trying to lead it up on ahead, stolen by Burke. McGuire with it, trying to put one on net, bounced off a skate though. Ricocheting off some skates, back out into neutral ice by way of Wishoff. Campbell trying to get a stretch pass there, unable to do so. Now it's brought back in by Burke. Burke trying to get on the attack. Good interruption by Hine to prevent it. Illinois controls it. Centers it out in front. Zimmerman trying to get a stick or a glove on it. Not able to do so. Out at center for Newman, but Miami takes it away. Delaney Burke back out into center. And Burke will continue to chase after it. Burke gets some support from Zahorin and Crosby. And it stays in the Illinois zone. Zahorin. And Burke fighting for the puck, but Illinois manages to stave that off, and Newman throws it in. Roth controls it. Across for Fantoni. Fantoni trying to stretch pass out for Zahorin. Not quite complete. And it'll go all the way down and off Zimmerman's stick, back into the Miami zone. Now Burke on the breakout. Burke bringing it in with some speed. Burke drops it off for Zahorin. And now Burke and Zahorin fighting for it in the corner. Stolen away by Burke. Burke's got some room. Burke trying to backhand it on net. Good defensive stick there by Hazard to prevent the opportunity. Campbell pinching in, trying to hold it at the line, unsuccessful. Loftus retreating. Laid it on ahead for Crosby. Crosby unable to collect it though. And a delayed offside for Illinois. Mills either ignoring or unable to hear the warning, and it'll be offside for Illinois. Just under 8 minutes to go here in period number 1. Still yet to see any spectacular offensive opportunities on either side, though. That can be mostly attributed to the good defense on both sides. Delaney Burke having a really good opportunity before being interrupted by Hazard. Just around a minute ago. Struggle for the puck in the neutral zone. Sees Illinois get the better of Miami. Now Loftus in her own zone controls. Illinois able to disrupt the breakout attempt there. Battle for the puck along the boards. Almost won by Illinois, but a good stick there by Kelleher to tie up Illinois enough to prevent a rush. Reversed and backhanded up the other way by Campbell. And a lead pass out for Wurzos. Wurzos brings it in and goes after it on the attack. Supported by Kelleher and Ketwig. Held in at the line by Fantoni. Fantoni trying to put it on net. Defensive stick there by Perpich. Prevents it from getting all the way to the net. Hine pinches down and holds the line. Hofer will chase. Held by Fantoni. Fantoni coming in with a shot just wide. Hine follows it up, pinches down again. Hine on the puck, interrupted by Perpich. Perpich backhands it to safer ice. And Zhang will collect it. However, interrupted by Hine and unable to clear it. Looking out in front for Sam Hofer was Hine, unable to collect it is Hofer. And Woodward back just in time to prevent a breakaway for Mills. Woodward holds on to possession, out to Hofer. Hofer overskates the puck, stolen away by Newman. Newman bringing it in. Almost on net, just a little bit wide. as it gets back for Hazard. Hazard fires a shot, glove save made by Zimmerman. Montanile below the net. Centering pass, and they score. Just under 15 minutes into period number 1. It will be the opposing Burke, Carolyn Burke, breaking the ice. She had a little bit of space there in the middle. Low slot. Good play by Montanile to center it out to her. Zimmerman, no realistic chance to make that stop. So Miami in unfortunately familiar territory here with Illinois as they are down a goal and have yet to solve. Ramal. Burke and Montanile go right back on the attack. Montanile with it in the zone. Good body there by Roth to knock down Montanile. Some back and forth action. Miami looking to clear it. Right now, unable to. Illinois laying on the pressure. Out for Perpich, tries to put a shot on net, just wide. Now a race for the puck between 13s. Illinois' Perpich gets there before Miami's Shum is able to track her down. However, Illinois manages to bring it up the other way. Montanile up the right side. Montanile with a little bit of room. Across, back for a tic-tac-toe attempt for Montanile. But instead, Chloe Solardi able to bury the across opportunity on the rebound off the second try. And just about a minute and a half after goal number 1, Illinois gets goal number 2. Certainly not the start Miami was looking for, as on a tear right now, Anna Montanile. But now Burke brings it up. Burke with a shot. Good stop by Ramal. Burke doing everything in her power to give a quick response, but the glove hand of Ramal says no. Offense coming largely by way of Montanile right now for Illinois. 2 assists on the night. She set up both goals very nicely. Hazard controls it in the D zone. Back for Loftus. Taken away by Illinois. Illinois with numbers. Menon. Trying to put it on net. Sticked away. Zhang tries to follow it up. Puts it into the left corner instead. Loftus up for Crosby. Crosby trying to advance it along for Zahorin. Not able to get all the way there, though. Crosby chasing after it. Kadlik gets there first. Up for Mills. Now Mills on the attack. Mills bodied up by Crosby and Zahorin. Sticks go flying. Miami holds on to possession. And up the other way is Campbell. Campbell definitely among the fastest skaters on the ice. Campbell brings it in with an opportunity. Tries to backhand it on net, just barely wide. Ketwig unable to get there in time to bring the backhand attempt home. Wurzos on the attack now. Kelleher and Ketwig both on the attack as well. Gets all the way back at the point for Campbell. Campbell tries to throw it on net. Bounces off a skate to Miami's benefit. Back for Campbell. Firing a shot. Good block there by Illinois. Some great opportunities there by way of Lexi Campbell as it's brought back in on the attack again by Ketwig. Approaching the final 2 minutes of period number 1. Miami down 2-0. Back for Hine. Across for Woodward. Woodward on the attack. Woodward brings it all the way around. Drops it back for Benoit. Benoit on the attack. Backhand attempt. On the wraparound by Benoit. That's swallowed up again by Ramal. Minute 45 to go. Miami's starting to fall into some rhythm here, though. Offensive chances getting increasingly dangerous since that second Illinois goal. Face-off won by the Illini. Looking to break it out to Newman. She's unable to complete that, though. Stolen away by Burke. Carolyn Burke is in. Carolyn Burke with a shot. Good stop by Zimmerman. Zimmerman out of her net. Able to get back in, though, as it's cleared back out by Miami. Collision there between Zimmerman and Burke. The important thing is no goal. Sam Hofer. Lead pass up for Woodward. Woodward driven into the wall by Perpich. Newman trying to collect it, can't do it. Sam Hofer will dump it in and go for a change. Newman with it, up from Montanile. Montanile interrupted by some good stick work from Wishoff, and unable to bring it back on the attack. Lavreau will control, gets out to the Illinois bench where they'll control it once more. Solardi on the attack, taken away by Miami. Lavreau unable to handle that, though, and Hazard almost gets a shot on net. Great stick deflection there by Fantoni to prevent it from getting on net. Wishoff controls in her zone. Fantoni up for Lavreau. Wishoff tries to chase it down. Gets past them. Another good defensive stick by Fantoni to prevent a partial break for Olbert. Lavreau brings it in, and that'll do it for period number 1. So after 20 minutes of play, Miami staring at a familiar sight, down 2-0. And we will be back for period number 2. Both teams retake the ice as Miami opens this second period down 2-0 to Illinois. Miami going to be looking to get off to a quick start. Do everything they can to erase that deficit. It's going to take a good amount of effort, though, on Miami's part, as the defense and goaltending of Illinois have been very strong to this point, even going back to last night. Still, through 80 minutes of action, only one goal of Miami's part, scored by Wishoff last night. During minute 45. Or excuse me, during minute 55. Took even longer. Both goaltenders, Zimmerman and Ramal, returning to the net. Miami starting period number 2 with their top line from last night. So Horan at center, Burke and Crosby on either side. Opening face-off, won by the Red Hawks. Hazard controls it in her zone. Up ahead, Ullman stabs it into the zone. Fantoni tried to fight for it briefly, lost to Hazard. Now up ahead, almost on net, just narrowly glancing wide. A quick opportunity there for Illinois. Up ahead, Delaney Burke on the attack. Down low for Crosby. Crosby, a centering attempt there. So Horan not quite there to collect it. Thrown back in by Roth. Delaney Burke controls. Attacked by 3 fighting Illini, and now Carolyn Burke with it. Out at the point for Roth. Roth puts one on net. Easy pad save made there by Ramal. Benoit puts it on net, just narrowly glancing off the inside post. And controlled by Illinois. Out to center. Torrey Roth gets there first. Down low, a battle for the puck. Hazard gets there. McGuire lays it on ahead. Taken away for a shot by Wishoff. That's gloved down and held on by Ramal. Good opportunity there by Wishoff. 18:25 to go in period number 2. Miami doing their part to get off to that quick start they're looking for. Wishoff wins that face-off back to Roth. Roth recollects it. Down for Lareau. Bounces off a pad. Chased down into the corner by Wishoff. Wishoff unable to maintain possession, but Shum gets it. Centering pass, looking for Lareau, but covering that up before it gets onto any Miami sticks was Ramal. So once again, Miami getting some good opportunities here. Just need to get it into the net. Out for Shum. Shum has to settle it, puts it on net, stopped and put aside by Ramal. Lareau back to the point. Benoit back to Lareau. Lareau whiffs on it. And taken up the other way by Illinois, almost, before Lareau manages to recollect it. Loose puck, onto the stick of Wishoff. Wishoff fires a shot, and that's gloved down and stopped again by Ramal. Miami testing Ramal early here in period number 2. Multiple dangerous opportunities. Only 2.5 minutes into the period. However, Ramal continues her excellent play dating back to last night. Off the face-off. Controlled down low by Illinois. Interrupted by Miami. Campbell tries to hold it in at the line. Double teamed and unable to do so. Race for the puck. Campbell wins it. by way of her impressive speed. Hine trying to advance it. Kelleher gets back down to Hine. Puts it up for Kettwig. Kettwig cut off by Newman and taken back by Illinois. Carolyn Burke puts it into the Miami zone, controlled by Campbell. Campbell flips it up, trying to get it out. Perpich keeps it in. Hine attacking that puck, colliding with Newman, but getting control of the puck for Miami. Lead pass by Kettwig for Wurzos, and Wurzos drives it deep. Followed up by Kettwig. Wurzos on the puck. Pinched off and taken away by Illinois. Fighting Illini will dump it in deep and go for a change. Miami looking to capitalize on that. Is up with speed. Came Loftus. Loftus trying to get in deep, but unfortunately Loftus collides with her own teammate. That was Schultz that she collided with, as Solardi brings it in the other way for Illinois. Schultz now controls it in her own end. Working backwards, gets it down to Fantoni, back up to Loftus. Woodward gets it out in neutral ice, leaves it off for Schultz. Schultz on the attack up the right side. Doesn't see an opportunity, so throws it in deeper. Out for Woodward. Woodward on her weak side, so she tries to gain possession. Taken by Schultz. Schultz with it below the net once again. Taken by Illinois. Woodward bodying up Solardi before losing her footing and falling. Gets all the way back out in neutral ice for Tori Roth. Roth retreats a little bit, trying to look for options, but she loses her footing too. Manages to recover just in time to get it up to Woodward, but damage is done. And Illinois manages to keep it on the attack. Quick shot attempt there at the point made. Sticked aside by Zimmerman. That was Siebert getting a long-range shot. As Woodward tries to chase it down, Siebert gets there first. And it's put in deep again by the Fighting Illini. Tori Roth controls it. Held at the line by Perpich, thrown back in deep. Crosby gets there first, backhands it up ahead for Delaney Burke. Burke in with some speed. Burke passes Siebert, gets a shot on net, almost bounces over and in, but just barely makes it over that crossbar and settles on top of the net. Great shot opportunity there for Delaney Burke, who was able to lift it up and over Ramal, but the crossbar just about an inch or two too low, and it doesn't make its way in. Now Crosby behind the net. Centering attempt, bounces off a body, and it's cleared by Illinois. Newman losing a glove in the process as Burke brings it in and gets a shot on Zimmerman, who swallows it up and holds on. Well, back-to-back attempts made by opposing Burks. First by Delaney, and then followed up by Carolyn for Illinois. The two former teammates in Chicago. Defensive face-off for Miami. Newman gets out to the point. Zhang manages to hold on to it. Shot by Newman, just barely misses. Now for Montanile. Montanile leaves it off for Hazard. Hazard tries to put it on net. Good defensive stick there by Zahorin to prevent it from getting on net. Montanile for Hazard. Hazard tries a slap shot. Good interruption by Crosby to prevent it. Zahorin tries to clear it. Nothing doing. And then Hine clears it all the way down the length. Trying to chase it down is Zahorin, but can't quite get past Hazard, so it's icing on Miami. Almost 7 minutes gone in period number 2. Miami gets off to a good start early, but since it's settled down a little bit, and some more back and forth action has ensued. Montanile to take the face-off for Illinois. She wins it. Gets out to Burke. Good block there by the opposing Burke. Delaney Burke, good defensive play to block that shot from Carolyn. Crosby chases it down as it gets into Illinois territory. Crosby controls, leaves it off for Burke. Taken instead by Montanile. Hine tries to hold the line, gets cut off and prevented from doing so. Chased down by Wishoff, fresh off the bench. And dangerous opportunity here, stopped by Zimmerman. 3-on-0. Low on space, but high on numbers for Illinois. Good stop by Zimmerman to deny Burke that opportunity. Miscue on the pass defensively. As Wishoff and Laveau get to work offensively. Thrown back in by Loftus. Around the corner. Taken up the way by Laveau. Laveau centering it, trying to get for Shum. Shum just unable to reach it there. And it's cleared back out by Illinois. Fantoni controls. Nobody there to receive her clear and attempt. And so that's another icing on Miami. Now nearing the halfway mark of the regulation time. Miami's still down 2-0. Still trying to find a way to solve Ramal. They were able to do it once last night, looking to do it more than that tonight as they need at least 2 to tie. Fantoni controls off the defensive zone face-off for Miami. Fantoni crosses the red line before losing it to a stick tie-up. Wishoff backhands it at center for Shum, instead taken by Loftus. Loftus out in front looking for Laveau. Laveau unable to put that one on net, and it goes wide. Shum sweeping at the puck, unable to collect it, so it gets back out at the point to Fantoni. Cleared in by Wishoff, and a change for Miami. Still on the attack is Shum. Out at the point, Kettwig a shot, good stop there by Ramal. And diving on the puck to prevent the rebound. Good attempt there. Some dangerous opportunities developing for Miami, but once again, Ramal able to hold strong on all of them, and a good dive. Swallow up that puck and prevent Claudia Kettwig from getting her own rebound. Kelleher wins the face-off in the offensive zone. Kettwig has it along the boards, but she's unable to do much with it as she's being bodied up. Illinois body drops. Kelleher recollects it. Tries to center it. Nobody's there to collect it, but Wurzos throws it back in deeper. Kettwig back for Wurzos. Kelleher with it. Kelleher a shot sticked aside by Ramal. Roth unable to hold the line, and Mills with some room now to bring it up. Mills shadowed by Benoit. Benoit prevents Mills from getting it on net as it bounces off the side. Kelleher gets it out into neutral ice, follows through on her check. Miami trying to get on the forecheck here. Nothing going so far. Benoit controls it. Up ahead for Roth. Roth across for Kettwig. Kettwig will elect to dump and change. Wurzos still on the ice to chase it down. All other bodies, new personnel. Now with it in the corner. Still fighting for it. Gets out at the point. Unable to collect it there. Sam Hofer still trying to chase that down. Falling down there was Woodward. Now collected by Illinois. Trying to clear it. Fighting Illini, bringing it in by way of Montanile. Montanile sticked up by Sam Hofer and loses her footing. Hofer loses it to Newman, but able to recollect it before going down herself. Hine trying to clear it. Montanile able to hold it in. Burke unable to get that pass attempt, and it's cleared again by Miami. It looks like that will go the length for icing. I don't see a 15. Yeah. Apologies for the technical issues as we get back to... Trying to figure out some technical issues here as a unaccounted for Miami skater as they bring it in. Controlled by Illinois in their zone. Burke with it. Delaney Burke makes some room for herself, fires a shot just over the net. Good attempt there again by Delaney Burke. She's delivered a lot of offense to this Miami team so far tonight. Stripped away by Menon. Take it away from Loftus, but Fantoni able to recollect it. Put it back into neutral ice. Kadlik looking across to Zhang. Delaney Burke tries to chase that down, unable to do so. And Kadlik gets it up ahead for McGuire. McGuire taking a shot into the glove and swallowed up by Zimmerman. Good stop there. Zimmerman taking some exception to McGuire following through on her shot. Making some contact with Zimmerman. Apologies again for the interruption. Just attempting to figure out the missing identity. It appears to be Hannah LeBeau wearing 15 as opposed to normally scheduled 72. Illinois controls it. Getting a shot short side. Easy stop there by Zimmerman. Wraparound attempt. It goes across. Nobody able to bat that one on net. Wishoff chases it down. Maintains her footing. Gets it up for Lavreux. Throws it out into neutral ice. Kadlik there to collect it, though, for Illinois. Taken back by Wishoff, though. Wishoff off the right side with speed. Wishoff loses it off the poke check to Kadlik. Recollects it. Puts it back down in the corner for Shum. Shum back looking for Wishoff, unable to collect it. However, able to collect it there, out in front for a shot. Good shot there from the point by Benoit, but again diving out is Ramal. Losing her footing, Megan Mounts before jokingly making some snow angels on the ice. Illinois having a good time with it so far. Wishoff, Lavreux, and Shum stay out there, as do Benoit and Roth. Miami looking to gain anything. Taken by Lavreux. Curling around. Now in the slot, Lavreux unable to catch up to that puck, though, as it was knocked off her stick. Tip attempt. Now out in front. Looking for it was Wishoff, unable to get there. Wraparound attempt by Lavreux. Has it sticked away, though. Held in by Roth. Back down to Shum. Shum centers it. Unable to get a stick on it, though, was Lavreux. Shum has it again. Battles into the corner. Montanile backhands it up. Held in again by Roth. Bounced off the stick of Roth. Shum fighting for it. Almost taken by Perpich, but not quite. Illinois manages to follow it up and finally clear it, though, after some tough pressure by Miami. Taken back by Wishoff. Wishoff up for Lavreux, and Wishoff will go off for a change. Lavreux with some room. Lavreux puts it on net. Pad save made there by Ramal. The rebound is loose behind her. The puck's still loose underneath the pad. Still fighting for the puck. They score! Caroline Kelleher manages to bat it home. Just as we were talking about last night on second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth attempts. that led to the wish-off goal. The same thing happens here. Lavreau brings it to the net, and what was initially not a very dangerous opportunity finds its way behind Ramal. Ramal falls on her back in an attempt to cover that puck up. It ends up squirting its way out back in front of her, and Kelleher is there in the hairball to bat it home. So now, 5:39 to go in period number 2. Miami has half their deficit by way of Caroline Kelleher. Illinois back on the attack quickly though. Burke up with an opportunity, stopped by Zimmerman. Starts to trickle through. Hine was there to clean it up though. So Kelleher from Shum. And Miami now down by 1 for the second time. Collecting it now is Hine. Hine up for Ketwig. Ketwig puts it out into neutral ice. Wurzos gives chase. Thrown down the length of the ice by Illinois. So Miami will get an offensive draw. Less than 5 to go here in period number 2. Caroline Kelleher having the deficit for Miami. And you can see that's put a little bit of pep in the step of the Redhawks. Campbell lining up now as a forward. Won by Crosby, out for Burke, trying to get it. Step by Manon, the rebound, scores! It's Delaney Burke, and we are tied! That's the answer that Miami was looking for. Smart decision making by the Miami bench. Normally lining up as left winger, Delaney Burke draws back to the point. Lexi Campbell up to the left wing spot. Clean win by Zahorin at the faceoff. Gets back to Delaney. Gets the shot, blocked by Menon, but she collects her own shot block rebound and puts it in the net. We are tied. Back for Burke once again. Miami in on 2-on-1. Burke. Back for scores! It's Crosby! And just like that, Miami has the lead. Oh, how momentum can change on a dime. And what was early on looking like dire straits for the Redhawks, in the span of only a couple minutes, now they have full control. 4:24 to go in period number 2. Another point for Burke. And now looking to settle things down, a timeout for the Fighting Illini. And now it finally looks as though Miami has answered the vexing Ramal question. Great 2-on-1 there. Delaney Burke driving the play. And at the last second, backhanded to Crosby. And now, Miami laying it all on the table, showing that they still have something to give. Yeah, score update here. It's 3-2 in favor of Miami once again. Goal scoring by way of Kelleher, then Burke, and now Crosby. So Miami, with 4:24 to go, holds a 3-2 lead. 4:24 to go in period number 2. Wishoff takes the face-off. After the timeout has concluded, Fantoni controls. Up for Lavreau. Lavreau at the red line. Back for Loftus. Loftus clears it. Chased down by Shum. Shum with a point on the night, assisting Kelleher's first goal. Taken back by Illinois. Pressured by Wishoff. Good defensive stick there by Loftus to prevent Burke from advancing the puck. But Burke recollects it now. Carolyn Burke loses it though off a poke check, and now up the ice with speed is Wishoff. Wishoff taken down. And a penalty on the play. Definitely not the response that Illinois was looking for, as now, in addition to being down a goal, they've got a penalty to kill. Going to the box for tripping is going to be Hazard. Hazard, one of the better defensive players for Illinois, too. So that's going to be a big loss for the next 2 minutes. Miami's going to take a very similar but not identical setup. Wishaw still at center. Battle for the puck at center. Miscommunication leads to it getting onto an Illinois stick and cleared. Zimmerman out to play it. Zahoran settles it. Leaves it off for Burke. Delaney Burke with 2 points on the night. Burke in with speed. Burke brings it around the net. Leaves it off for Zahoran. Zahoran bodied up by Montanile. Montanile able to clear it down once again. Newman out in front of any Miami defense, so Zimmerman comes out to play it and get it out of harm's way. Crosby, goal scorer number 3 for Miami. Back out for Burke. Burke brings it on the attack, loads up a slap shot! Getting a piece on that of the glove was Ramal. Still controlled by Miami. Back at the point for Campbell. Campbell down for Wishoff. Across all the way for Zahoran at the point. Down for Crosby. Looking back for Zahoran. Gets to Campbell. Instead scores! May have been tipped in front by Kelleher. It did bounce off somebody's stick. But it looks like right now, credit to that goal, it's going to the point woman, Lexi Campbell, and now it is 4-2 Miami. 2:27 to go here in period number 2. Miami entering the period with a 2-goal deficit. And now currently, potentially in place to exit the period with a 2-goal lead. 4 rapid-fire goals. Kelleher, Burke, Crosby, and now Campbell. Miami controls it off the draw once again. Benoit brings it in. Benoit with speed. You can see how energized this team has become now. LeBeau backhanding it on net, stopped by Ramal. Miami not losing a beat, still on the attack. .2:10 to go in period number 2. Sam Hofer taking the draw. Winning it back there for Schultz before being taken away and thrown down the length of the ice for icing by Illinois. So Caroline Kelleher is credited with the tip-in goal, meaning Kelleher has her second of the night. And Lexi Campbell will get the assist. So Kelleher with 2 goals. Burke and Crosby with 1 each. Off the offensive zone draw, it's cleared by Illinois. Campbell gets it across for Benoit. Benoit back out into neutral ice. Wurzos to give chase. Taken away by Illinois, though, and Mounts puts it back in. Campbell with some room, and she'll make use of those legs. Campbell tries to put it on net, goes just wide. Held in at the line by Loftus, and she follows through. Down low, Hazard. Hazard up for Burke. Carolyn Burke. 1-on-1, puts it on net. Pad save made by Zimmerman. Burke back at the point for Hazard. Hazard trying to put one on net. Good defensive stick there by Kelleher. Skewered out, trying to get it cleared, but rebounding, using her backhand, gets it out into neutral ice is Ketwig. Fantoni up for Ketwig. Ketwig skewers it back out to neutral ice. We may have a breakaway here for Wurzos. Wurzos with speed, caught up to Montanile. Wurzos tries to get it on net, she does, and it's corralled and handled by Ramal. 35 seconds to go here in the second frame. Miami's offense still firing on all cylinders. Trying not to give Illinois even an inch, as Miami has now taken emphatic control of this game. Finishing this period is going to be the top line as well. Controlled by Crosby. Back to Roth. Roth puts it on net, redirected by Zahorin, but stopped by Ramal regardless. Zahorin controls it in the corner. Losing it, Cadlick controls it now for Illinois. Cross for her partner. Benoit chases it down. Benoit takes the hit. Final 5 seconds, we may have another opportunity. Oh, interrupted just barely at the final second by Perpich. Almost another opportunity for Crosby, but now we finish this second period. Entering it, Miami down 2-0, but they will finish it up 4-2. 4 rapid-fire goals to finish off period number 2. So after 40 minutes, Miami 4, Illinois 2. We will be back for the third period. Both teams taking the ice for period number 3 in Steve Cady Arena at the Goggin Ice Center, where the first period ended with the Red Hawks in dire straits. The second period ended with a relentless barrage of goals. 4 goals in the final 6 minutes by the female Red Hawks to take a commanding 4-2 lead here entering the third period. Goals scored by Kelleher, Burke, Kelleher again, and Crosby. Not in that order. Order was Kelleher gets her first to put it 2-1. Burke ties it up. Crosby takes the 3-2 lead, and then Kelleher follows it up with her second of the night to take a 4-2 lead. Both goaltenders returning to their nets. And you can definitely see, and we're able to see, the energy that just that first goal alone was able to provide Miami. They got faster and faster with each goal they scored. The floodwaters were packing tight against that dam that is Ramal, and that dam wall finally broke. Miami already back on the attack to start this period. Shum chasing it down, supported by Wishoff. Loose puck in the corner. Won by Shum, supported by Wishoff. Wishoff on it now. Battle for the puck at the Zamboni doors. Knocked loose by Wishoff. Out for Lavreux. Lavreux unable to settle it in time. Shum knocks it back into the corner. Taken by Illinois. Hazard, a centering feed for Burke. Gets past Burke though, and she's unable to collect it. Hine gets there first. Burke has it in the corner. Bodied up by Hine. Supported by Wishoff. Another stalemate in the corner. Miami breaks through though. Campbell with it. Campbell on the attack, drops off for Lavreux. Lavreux, a shot on net, trying to tip that. Was Wishoff, unable to do so. Taken by Benoit out in neutral ice. Back up ahead for Wishoff. And Wishoff works her way back to reset. Up ahead for Crosby. Crosby on the attack. Stopped by Siebert. And squirts out into neutral ice for Solardi. Solardi, one of the goal scorers for Illinois. Roth follows through on her check, out for Zhang. Unable to settle it in time, tries to shoot it, goes wide. Mounts. Mounts turns the corner out into the high slot. Redirected on net, stopped by Zimmerman. The rebound is loose, and it goes just wide of the net. Illinois with some early offensive chances. Crosby fighting for it in the corner, supported by Roth. Now collected by Delaney Burke. Burke down for Roth. Roth up ahead for Crosby. Burke tries to chase it down, not successful, but forces a delayed offside for Miami. Miami puts it at the Illinois bench. Nobody there to collect it, so it goes down the length of the ice. Perpich, below her own net. Attacked by Ketwig. Now the puck's up for grabs. Zahorin, down for Wurzos. Wurzos out in front looking for Ketwig, unable to get there. Sticked up by Perpich, and taken up the other way by Montanile. Montanile throws it on net, goes wide. Wurzos collects it, up for Kelleher. Kelleher, 2-on-1, possibly developing here. Gets it for Ketwig. Ketwig's got some room. Unable to catch that puck in time, forced to drop it back for Fantoni. Fantoni tries to throw it on net, bounces off the skate of Kelleher. Puts it on net, and it's loose before being covered by Ramal. It ended up skirting through her pads and was free out in front of the goal line, but referees lost sight of it. A good play there by Cindy Loftus to drop in on the attack. Kelleher wins the face-off to Wurzos. Wurzos throws it back on net, sticked aside by Ramal. Ketwig. Down for Wurzos. Ketwig and Wurzos in the corner. Supported by Fantoni. Kelleher has it. Kelleher tries to put it on net, sticked away by the Illinois defense. Held him at the line by Loftus. Ketwig turns and fires. That goes short of the net. Montanile takes possession of it for the Fighting Illini and up ahead for Burke. Burke on the attack. Taking that all the way in before being gloved down and swallowed up by Zimmerman. 15:40 to go here in regulation. Miami still very much in control, now with the 2-goal lead. Hofer taking the face-off, won by Illinois. Siebert with a shot, that was stopped by Zimmerman. Puck is loose in front. Taken up the other way by Woodward. Miami on the breakout. Now Schultz. Schultz stops at the line, maintains possession. And drops it off in the corner, looking for Campbell. Campbell forced to retreat out of the zone. Campbell comes up the right side now. Campbell with some speed. Campbell goes around the net. Centering pass, bounces off a skate though. Illinois takes it back. Menon initially started to bring it up before being stolen away by Hofer. Hine has it. Now Campbell. Campbell up the right side. Hofer leads it along before going off for a change. Losing her footing there was Zahoran. Slow to get up, it seems all right. Now Burke with it. Crosby loses possession. Illinois looks to reset. Zhang unable to corral it. Now gains possession. Harassed by Zahoran. Miscommunication leads to a loose puck and thrown down the ice by Illinois, taken now by Roth. Roth redirected by Crosby into neutral ice. Out for Zhang. Zhang up ahead to McGuire. McGuire sticked up by Burke and taken back by Miami. Recollected by Mills. Mills below the net. Curls around, out for Zhang. Zhang tries to fire a shot, that goes wide. Zahoran fighting for it. Tried to backhand it ahead to Crosby, couldn't quite get there. So Zahoran and Burke will change as Crosby continues to apply pressure. Hazard now with it, gets it on net, and it's swallowed up by Zimmerman. Illinois starting to find their footing back as they're getting some offensive chances. Nothing too particularly dangerous. But still, if you're in Miami's situation, you don't want to give them any wiggle room. Kelleher, two-time goal scorer, to take the face-off. Now up ahead, a 2-on-1 developing here. Ketwig, across, Wurzos fires a shot. What a save by Ramal! Miami once again on the odd man rush. Wurzos obviously a little bit frustrated. Feeling like she can't buy a goal. But great opportunity there on the 2-on-1 by Ketwig and Wurzos. Kelleher wins it back to Wurzos. Wurzos tries to put it on net just wide. Ketwig below the net. Turns and fires off the wraparound. Stopped by Ramal. Trying to collect it, she can't. Kelleher now below the net. Out for Ketwig. Ketwig fires a sharp angle shot. That's blocked by Montanile. Taken away by the Fighting Illini up to Newman. Taken back by Fantoni. Fantoni with speed, trying to catch them out on a change. Kelleher on the attack. Off for Ketwig, tries to get a shot off. Blocked by Perpich. Fantoni unable to hold the line. Miami forced to touch up as Illinois takes possession. Burke on the attack. Getting there first is Loftus. Burke trying to take it back, unable to do so. Kelleher on the attack once more. Lavreau now, chasing after it. Lavreau helped by Shum. And now a puck battle ensues. Kelleher will take this chance to make a line change. Puck still up for grabs as it's taken by Montanile before being returned briefly to Miami possession. Now turning and trying to fire was Shum before Wishoff gets a shot off that gets blocked. Campbell chases it down. Lavreau back down to Campbell. Briefly taken back by Illinois before Shum gets it back into Miami possession. Wishoff now battling for it. Helped by Lavreau. Lavreau's got some room. Backhand on net, stopped by Ramal. Back out at the point. Campbell. And just narrowly offside as she winds it back for a wrist shot. Apparently crossed the line completely. Almost at the halfway mark of period number 3. Campbell doesn't seem to agree with that call, but the whistle has been blown. Not much more you can do about it at this point. Sam Hofer to take the face-off. Hofer wins it back to Benoit. Benoit tries to put it back into Illinois territory, taken away instead by Olbert. Olbert with some speed. On net, just narrowly missing Zimmerman. Benoit falling. Tori Roth there to collect the puck. Almost goes out of play into Miami's bench, not quite, stays live. Hofer tries to chase it down, but it was delayed offside. Miami had to touch up. Looking for Solardi was Illinois. Solardi unable to collect it as she was in the midst of turning around, so it's an icing on Illinois. Still 4-2 in favor of Miami as we approach the halfway mark of this period. And 10 minutes to go in regulation. At this point last night, Miami was still looking for a goal. Instead, now they're looking for a 5th. Hofer wins the face-off back to Schultz. Schultz back to Benoit. Benoit tries to center it out in front for LeBeau. Not quite able to get there, though. And the puck goes out of play into the Illinois bench. Pretty far back down the hallway at that. Referees ruled the puck went out of play outside the zone, and as such, it will be a blue line face-off. Controlled by Illinois now. Mills trying to get out the zone, stopped by Roth. Roth loses her footing in the ensuing battle, but it's gotten ahead to Burke. Burke drives it forward. Below the net now. Burke back for Roth. Roth fires. Bounces off the skate of Siebert and out of play. We are officially past the halfway point. 9:59 to go in period number 3. Still a 4-2 lead for the Red Hawks. Face-off won by the Red Hawks. Out at the point. Firing a shot is Burke. That doesn't make it all the way through. Blocked again by Siebert. Collected by Zahorin. Back for Loftus. Miami looking to reload here. No icing, and they get it all the way down. Controlled, however, by Illinois. Illinois on the breakout now. Up the left side is Mills. Trying to feed Mount, and now taken up the other way by Burke. Burke on the attack. Drives it towards the net. Burke trying to get it on the net. Collapsing on the net. Where's the puck? Whistle goes. No goal. So it looks like Ramal had control of it the entire time. And now Miami will go for a line change for this offensive draw. Excuse me. Kelleher to take this face off, won instead by Montanile. Newman. Newman controls it in her own zone for Illinois. Unable to hold the line there was Loftus. Across for Fantoni. Fantoni brings it back in on the attack, dumps it. Kelleher and Wurzos give chase. Wurzos gets there first. Backhands it to Kelleher. Kelleher tries to center it for Kettwig, gets speared into the air instead. Kettwig loses a glove, maintains the attack. Back at the point for Loftus. Back down in deep for Wurzos below the net. Wurzos trying to center it. Kettwig gets it, trying to get a shot off, blocked. The rebound is loose and goes over the net. Good block there by Hazard. Kettwig trying to collect her glove, and she does, as Illinois tries to take it up the other way. Firing it. Burke, good stop and covered by Zimmerman. 8:20 to go here in regulation. There's another flurry of attempts there by Miami to extend this lead. Leads to and culminates with a response by Illinois. But Zimmerman up to the task and keeps this a 4-2 game. Montanile and Wishoff on the face-off. Wishoff wins it. Wishoff looking for Shum, bounces off a stanchion instead. Now Miami up with numbers. 2-on-1, Wishoff and Laveau. Wishoff off for Laveau. Laveau fires a shot that bounces off a body in front. Laveau maintains control. Taken away though by Siebert. Up ahead for Burke. Now it's a race. Hine able to prevent the breakaway though. Great defensive work by Hine to cut Burke off from the puck. Wishoff gets it out for Laveau once again. Laveau might have some room. Stopped up there by Siebert, but she's still got some space. Backhands it on net, goes below the net instead. Laveau trying to center it for Shum. The puck is loose. Kicked out to the side. Campbell brings it back below the net. Out for Shum. Shum taken down by Montanile. Shum a little stung up, but it's thrown down the length of the ice. And no icing is called. It's coming out to play to Zimmerman. Slow to get up and still slow. Returning to the bench is Shum. Clearly not at peak comfort as a result of the hit from Montanile, and it's an icing on Miami. So with 7:04 to go here in period number 3, it's a defensive zone draw for the Red Hawks. Shum goes back out there, seems to be all right. Wishoff takes the draw. Won by Illinois. Trying to drive the net there pretty quickly was Solardi, unable to maintain possession though. Menon on the attack, gets it out for Zhang. Taken back by the Red Hawks. Trying to bounce it off a board. However, beating out the icing race is Laveau. Taken back by Illinois. Campbell pinches down for some pressure. Gets out at the point. Benoit sticks it back into the zone, but it's a delayed offside. Miami has to touch up. Taken again by Benoit. Benoit looking for a lane, unable to get there, and Menon gets it onto the stick of Woodward. Woodward reloads. Woodward up the right side, loses it to Olbert, but there to clean up the remains is Benoit. Benoit back down into the corner. Woodward makes it there first, and a puck battle ensues. Out at the point for Benoit. Benoit tries to fire a shot, blocked there by Olbert, and up ahead for Mills. Mills up the other way. Double teamed by Hofer and Roth. Now Hofer losing a glove. Taken by Mills. Woodward there to stymie any sort of drive attempt. Now Mills drives his own. Centering attempt, stopped. And the referees blow the whistle as the puck rests right in front of Zimmerman. Excuse me. 5:26 to go here in the third frame. Some more offensive chances for both sides. Miami trying to hold on to this 2-goal lead. Illinois doing their best to erase it. Now the top line coming out for Miami. Zahorin. Zahorin wins that back for Loftus. Loftus across for Fantoni. And up to Burke. Burke fires it out into the neutral zone looking for Crosby. Crosby gets a stick on it but can't complete it. Back in neutral ice. Crosby touches up. Illinois controls it before Mills falls and hands it back to Crosby. Crosby puts it in deep. Burke tries to chase down Kadlik. Forces Kadlik to make a play on that puck, and it's held in by Loftus. Taken up the other way by Illinois now. McGuire loses it. Now for Zahorin. Zahorin drop pass for Burke. Burke with a nifty move. Burke in on net, firing a shot. What a stop there. And swallowing up the rebound was Ramal. Burke again showing off how important she is to this Miami team's offense. Great power forward work as she drives that net. Kelleher loses the face-off, still going after the puck. Newman out to Montanile. Montanile and Burke on the attack. Montanile for Burke. Burke can't collect it. Taken back and cleared and neutralized by Wurzos. Wurzos and Kelwig trying to chase it down. Now Kelleher joins them. Newman on the right side. Taken by Miami, out for Kelleher. Kelleher up for Wurzos. Wurzos crosses the line, firing a shot, sticked aside by Ramal. Out in front for Kelwig, trying to get a shot off. But getting there first was Ramal and swallows it up as Kelwig's taken down by Perpich. 3:46 to go in regulation. Illinois does not have a timeout anymore. They had to take one to try and slow down any and all pressure built by Miami as they win the faceoff. So they'll have to do this. They'll have to fly by wire here. Wishoff with possession. Cycles it down, looking for Lavraux. Gets it there. Centering pass attempt. It's loose in front. And good play there by Solardi to redirect it into the glove of Ramal for a stoppage. So more time trickles off the clock. Miami still with their commanding 4-2 lead. Wishoff wins the faceoff to Lavraux. Lavraux looking out to the point. Manages to get past it. Campbell all alone against two bodies as she's got to make some room, give some time for reinforcements to arrive, and they do. She puts it up the boards to Lavraux. Up ahead for Shum. Shum bodied up, but backhands it into offensive pressure anyways. Lavraux backhands it back in deeper. Wishoff gives chase. Shane gets there first, followed up by Menon. Held in at the line by Campbell before Olbert clears it. Taken by Solardi, but Hine is there and angles her off. Taken again by Wishoff. Up for Shum, bounces off her skate. Shum up for Lavraux, again tied up in the skates. And Shum throws that in all the way for a dump and change. Miami manages to maintain their pressure. Now Hofer. Hofer's in, firing a shot over the glove and over the net. Hofer with it again below the net. Out to Benoit. Benoit centering attempt there, looking for LeBeau. Sticked up by Mills though. Out at the point for Roth. Roth firing a shot, that bounces off a pad. Recollecting the rebound though was Schultz as that shot goes over the net. Centering again for Schultz. What a stop there by Ramal. Miami continuing to pile it on. Ramal trying to keep this a 2-goal game. Illinois struggling to stave off the tide of the Red Hawks. Hofer takes the draw, won by Illinois. Held in at the line by Roth. Toy Roth back at the red line, throws it back in, bounces off a body. And now taken up the other way by Illinois. Meanwhile, Siebert seems to be laboring on the Illinois bench. Siebert doubled over. Meanwhile, Hazard takes it in. At the edge of her crease is Ramal, waiting for the call from the Illinois head coach. Siebert still doubled over. Controlled in the zone by Illinois. Putting one on net, sticked aside by Zimmerman. Hazard loses it, now up the other way was LeBeau, who elects instead to just dump it and make a line change. Now chased down by that top line. Here's Burke. Burke below the net, supported by Zahoran. Zahoran out in front, firing a shot, stopped by Ramal. The rebound is loose and covered up by the glove of Ramal. 34 seconds to go here in regulation. Not much time left for Illinois to do much of anything here. Siebert still seems to be in discomfort. Hoping she's okay. Miami wins that face-off. Out in front, loose as it bounces off a skate. Mills collects it. Up ahead, and they're calling Ramal to the bench. On the attack is Burke. Good stop there by Zimmerman. Empty net for Illinois. Montanile holds it in. Montanile trying to center it, taken by Burke. Burke goes for the empty net. It goes the distance, but it's an icing. However, took some time for Illinois to get all the way down there, and now only 1.4 remains on the clock, and you have to imagine that that'll be it. One final face-off here. And that'll do it. Miami women's team gets their first win of the season. Final score, Red Hawks 4, Fighting Illini 2. Goal scoring tonight, Caroline Kelleher gets the first, followed up by Delaney Burke, then by Celia Crosby, and then with the finisher, Caroline Kelleher a second time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Final score, Miami 4, Illinois 2. And we will catch you for the next game.